Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Humbler John, good to see ya. Okay, I think we got things ready to roll for today. All right. Um for starters today, I'm going to work on cutting some splines into a frame and I haven't quite decided where I'm going to go from there, but we're going to get that done and see where the day takes us here today. Uh, I've got a lot of projects in the works, and I just need to start getting a couple of them knocked out. So, let's see. Got my remote for my dust collector. Hey, Jack. Good to see you this morning. Well, holy cow, it's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. Good stream this morning. All right, so I was just getting set up to do a couple quick test cuts. Uh, let's see if we can bring the camera in a little bit here. Okay, so what I've got here, yeah, we've got a tenoning jig, um, and I'm just going to use it to hold my piece. What I'm trying to do, this is the same thickness of the wood that I'm using, so I just want to make sure that I'm centered before I start cutting into the frame, and then we'll have to get creative, try to cut up some splines, and see what we can come up with here. So, I guess for starters, let's just get this thing centered and see where we go from there. Just waxed my slot. This thing's still a little bit rough going through the miter slot. All right, let's see how far off we are here. About but which way do we gotta shift? Wish there was an easier way to do this. There probably is. But I don't need to shift it much. But I do need to shift it. About a half of a millimeter. It's not much. Science, how do it work? That's a great question. Okay, so that's my thicker side. Okay, so we need to move our sled that away. All right, let's cut a little deeper and see where we're at now. Fancy sled, RT. Hey yo, hey swirls. Yeah, good stream. Wish I could help out the cause a little bit more, but let's see. Okay, so might have went just a little bit too far. Not bad. Probably close enough. We're going to try one more quick adjustment. Get this close to the blade so I can actually see. Make sure I'm moving the right way. It's not much. It's just... how'd you end up doing on your donations today? I had to cut out before the end of your stream there. And how long is your fundraiser going for? And then also, if you have a link, um, that would also be appreciated. But Swirls is helping raise money. Um, let's see. So MVP is the name of the organization, correct? I want to make sure I get that right for you. Yeah, My Veteran Passion. And so Swirls, it was part of a raid train this morning, and it's a fundraiser for helping veterans overcome uh, depression and uh, I'm horrible at explaining stuff like this, but just it's to support veterans, those fighting PTSD and various things. If I'm getting that wrong, swirls, correct me. But it is a great cause, and so there's. Let's see if I can find the link for you here. I think I found it. Suicide prevention. There we go. But yeah, if you've got a link for your donation, go ahead and drop it in chat. I was trying to go back through your previous chat, but that raid train is going all day today. But yeah, feel free to drop any information in there that you wish to, and if you would be so kind as to go and even if it's even if it's just $5, it's a great cause, and Swirls is also um, a member. Let's see, you. I want to. I'm going to get everybody mixed up, but you are you in the Navy? Keeping track everybody is somewhat challenging. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So Swirls is in the Navy. Also a fantastic streamer. and has been doing some great clay work here on in the makers and crafting section on Twitch. So go check out his stream, check out his cause, and help him out. The raid train, I believe, goes through the night into tomorrow morning. You kicked off what 8 a.m. this morning, so 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, um, and, and that's Eastern time. That'll be running. Okay, so we're gonna cut just a little bit deeper into this, see how centered we are. Do a quick depth check. Right through. All right. Let's see if we were able to split that difference. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate that. Well said, SWK, I think. We're not far. We're about 0.1 millimeters, but we're going to try. We're going to try one more quick cut here. Doesn't need to be much, just. Uh-oh. Wrong way. Should have left well enough alone. Well, we can get this dialed in. The tenon jig, I love it. These are a fantastic investment. They definitely are not the cheapest thing, but what I do love about these, and we're just about getting there, we're close enough. That's 0.05. Well, it's not much. We'll say that. Oh, I did it again. I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna need to put a sticker on this for which way the knob turns, and I believe I just did that. But the jig itself, what's nice is when you're doing really large frames like this. Um, well, of course, it won't show up on the camera. But when you're doing a large picture frame like this, um, it will hold it securely and give you a nice clean cut. And you can adjust it in all ways, shapes, and forms. So, um, so yeah, I do really like this. I haven't used it for a whole lot other than cutting in uh, splines. I keep wanting to say spleens because Momo. Thanks, Momo. Um, but uh, but yeah. All right. Now I'm slightly irritated. I got this all jacked up. Let us take. I'm that right now. I got another piece of that. That's why I like to do this on scraps as opposed to my work. Oh, Anita. The other thing we really need to work on out here is getting things back where they belong. This is what I'm saying. Things just haven't been going well. I made a mention of it earlier. My mind is just not in the right place for woodworking right now. But yeah, there's quite a few people that make those 10-inching jigs. The grizzly one is pretty nice. They're all pretty. I'm sure they're probably all made in the same darn factory. All right, that'll be cleaned up enough. Oh, I need more hooks and pegboards. I keep filling up. As soon as I put more hooks and stuff up on the wall, it's filling right back up. All right, so this shouldn't be that hard. I had this pretty well dialed in, but I changed my blade, and this is a thin kerf blade, and it shifted my numbers just a little bit. So I would go that way. Okay. A righty turn on the wheel makes the woody go lefty. You didn't know we'd be getting all scientific in here today, did you? Yeah, they just put a different color of paint on them. Holy smokes. Trying to make sure I'm moving this the right way. Okay, let's go a little deeper so I got a good fresh cut. Unbelievable. What am I doing? I don't like this saw blade either. Got a little wobble to it. Must be. Of course, that's the fun of a thin curved saw blade. This one's almost looks like it might have a little wobble to it. It'll be okay for this cut, but this is a brand new blade too. Hey Moo, good to see you. On my phone, won't be chatting much, but watching what you cooking. You cooking enough for everybody? Okay. We can just measure between, I think. Hope we're going the right way. 12 whole chickens. They gotta get boiled up and packaged. Holy cow, that's a lot of chicken. That'd last about a week. High RPM straightens it out. There you go. Yep, use that centripetal force. Hey, TW. They wanted to do kielbasa, chicken, broccoli, cheddar bake. Yum. Made some enchiladas over lunch, and those were delicious. I wish I had one more piece of this. But I don't. Just thought of something else here. We might be able to. I'm probably just being too picky over all this. Oh, my pencils go. I had a whole bunch of pencils laying out. There. So for those coming in, just trying to center this jig so we can cut some splines. But getting this dialed in is breaking my brain a little bit this morning. I had it pretty close and I should have left it alone. One of those things, and this when it's hung up on the wall, you'll never really see it anyway. All right, I'm gonna make one last verification. Just put a cut down if I can get it close enough again. Call it good. Wish it would warm up just a little bit. We need to do a bonfire and burn up some of these scraps. Burritos work for me. Need to make another batch of quesadillas. Everyone else calls them creamy jalapeno queso chicken enchiladas. Either way, it all sounds delicious. Let's look at my miter slot again here. Okay. One last quick test. You can tell it's still off a bit. A lot of it. This little tedious stuff that takes up so much time. That's looking that's looking good. I didn't quite go far enough. It's easier to visualize coming around on the backside. Or do they go too far? No, I didn't. Okay. So I've got to shift. I need to bring the wood in this way. I'm about ready to just call it a day and start drinking some beer. Chat. Uh, yes, I think that's what we need is some walk away for a few seconds, finish up our coffee, deep breath. This shouldn't be this difficult. All right. Basically, I went too far. And we're dealing with like 0.2 millimeters that I've been bouncing back and forth. High Tech Redneck, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm getting beat up by some simple math today. Ay, ay, ay. You know what? Okay. I forgot. So let's get a fresh cut on this. That's right. Math is the devil. It's whooping me today. Okay. Put this back in the right spot. What I need to do, all I gotta do is move my wood that way, about 0.2 millimeters, and it should be perfect. All right, we're close. We're so close. We're close enough. We're close enough. All right. But I do this jig. Uh, just see if I can. Might just have to pull this bar off. It's just a little snug. I think the paint is just a little bit thick. All right, we're going with it. Oh, well, I don't know why I just did that. I gotta actually use this now. Holy cow. I promise, haven't been drinking yet today. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're going to cut some splines into this here frame. Get the camera in a little better spot here. It is a 10-inning jig, Life in Pain. That's right, playtime's over. Time to do some real stuff. Alright, let's make sure we got the depth that we want. Probably come up a little bit higher. So these are the corners that I lopped out of the 45s. And I'm kind of using that as a gauge for how deep I'm going into the frame. What I want is to have just a good coverage area on both pieces. But what I'd like to do also is we'll slice these down and we'll use these as our splines so that the wood matches. I could do something that accents it, but I think for these, we're going to keep it simple. And I'll just use this so then I've got matching wood. So that'll be the next trick is once we slice this, pull this back. Actually, you know what? We're going to try and run a little more wax down that, see if that helps. This is just, it's, for the most part, it runs fairly smooth, but there's a spot. We'll just run this back and forth a couple times. We'll shoot some more. We'll get some wax in there. Wax will hopefully help it slide a little better. Keep it nice and smooth. Almost wonder, so this has a, I don't know what you call it, but there's like a T-slot in this. It's almost like maybe there's some crap. Maybe in the T-slot in this section. Looks clean in there though. Rub a little on the tabletop while we're at it. This thing glide as much as we can. All right. Life and pain, how's your day been? Did you put a satellite dish on that chicken coop yet? The thing's getting pretty fancy. All right. We're going to send it. So I've got a 40. Just make sure we are set. In our 45. Here we go. Keep these. Make sure we're keeping these on the same side. All right, set that down on the table. We should be at a 45. Got the last drawer slides changed out. Awesome. Looks intense. Camping. Now that's intense. So I have not. Really, the main purpose that I bought this jig for was for doing a bunch of splines. And overall, uh, while I love mortise and tenons, uh, I don't like them. They're a lot of work, and I've really only ever done one project with uh, with mortise and tenons. The tenons are a piece of cake. It's the mortises. Um, I don't know how much time I spent on that thing, but it was a long time to get that nice, perfect cut. And I suppose if I had a mortising tool, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, that's one of those growth opportunities for me. And yeah, I don't do a lot of furniture building, so and I've never really found some good uses for mortise and tenons otherwise. So one of my very first woodworking projects uh, that got me started was a step stool. I need to get some pictures posted of that sometime. I'm trying to think if I have it handy in the house, but it was a big project for me at the time. If I got some pictures, I'll pull it up. I don't think I do have them handy, but it was pretty straightforward. It's got a sliding step, so it gets a little bit more compact, but the runner in the middle for support was a mortise and tenon. And after doing that one, I kind of pledged to myself I wouldn't be doing another one for a really long time. It's kind of like hand cut dovetails to me in a way. Just it's one of those things that you just got to do over and over and over to get good at. All right, so now we got to figure out how we're gonna cut some. Let's hang this back up over here. Cut some splines. Do I have my other tripod out here? I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this camera. Yeah, I was using it on the lathe the other night. Get the other camera set up here. But I've seen a few mortise machines become available, and actually they're fairly decent priced, but again, I just can't justify having one. Alright, so we should probably change the title to Sketchy Bandsaw Cuts here. Alright. So the thickness of my blade on my table saw 2.4 2.45 millimeters. Try a couple different spots on the blade here. 2.5, 2.4. I guess it kind of depends on which tooth I get around here. So we need these to be about 2.4 millimeters thin. It's pretty thin. Just going to take a slice, see where we're at. It's a little thick. All right, let's see what that gives us right there. That's a tight fit, so we got to go just a wee bit skinnier. We got to be able to get it in and have some glue get in there as well. There we go. That's it right there. Okay, so we're going to cut a couple more of those. Alright, we should be able to get one more out of this. Good was the key word. We're getting a little bit too thin. That one's a goner. So alright. So we've got some splines. That one we're gonna have to recut. Yeah, that one just has one of the edges didn't cut straight. I gotta cut one more quick here.